All right, hi there, everyone. Just watching a couple highlights from games this week. I noticed two plays that kind of similar in terms of scoring goals and getting the puck low to high to create some offense. They both happen in kind of different ways. One happens kind of this one here, the Vegas one comes off the rush, um, and then the Bruins goal also kind of comes off of kind of some in zone time, winning a battle, and then getting the puck low to high. But both result in big goals for each club. I think it's important to note for me, the reason why I kind of looked at these clips is, the season's kind of coming to the near the end for the regular season, and the playoffs are coming up. And so what you'll see here in the NHL is that teams are really going to tighten up defensively. Scoring is most likely going to go down. Games are going to be tighter. So finding ways to score and finding ways to get chances are going to be a little bit more difficult. And what you'll probably see is a lot more goals coming from deflections, rebounds, um, and pucks in tight around the goal that kind of come from the point. If you watch the NHL playoffs, you kind of see that on the regular, and it happens quite often. It's usually that game seven double overtime goal is a point shot, and then puck rebounded, hits off six guys, and then goes in. So you're probably going to be seeing teams start to do this a lot more often. And I think that I'm not 100% sure. I'm not there at practices, but I would say that these are plays that kind of get brought up. They probably talk about them in video a lot, and they something that they work on consistently, getting the puck low to high from the goal line up to the point, either sliding it D to D or shooting from the strong side and then getting traffic and winning those battles. So I'll start off here with the Golden Knights clip. What you're going to see is Chandler Stevenson has the puck. He has full possession, so he's going to skate through the neutral zone with possession of the puck. As you can see here, Stevenson has the puck. Sorry, Bob, back that up just a second here. Puck, and he has it through the neutral zone. He has full possession, and he has Heiskanen, who's a really mobile, good defender. He's got great feet, so he's probably not going to beat him wide. He's got a good gap. Um, See here, he's outnumbered. The Vegas offense is outnumbered. So in this situation, you have a couple different options. Some guys might, if he was at the end of a shift, he might dump it in, but he has possession. He's going to take Heiskanen wide and try and gain the zone with full possession, which ultimately works out. And it's a great play to just get into the zone because you can see here Heiskanen has a really good gap. He's one stick length away. It's what you ask for from a defenseman. Defensively, the Stars are doing everything right, but he's able to create offense here just by entering the zone with speed and with possession of that puck. And now you can see we have the Dallas. They have five guys in the clip, um, and it's 2-on-5 right now for Vegas. And somehow they're going to get a good shot on net and uh, and a goal ultimately. So Stevenson here has a couple different options. He can, if he feels like he doesn't have anything to do or he doesn't have any play, he could wrap it around the wall for his winger to go get it. He could maybe throw a weak back um, in hopes for a rebound, but instead he uses kind of his third option, which again is a great play. He gets below the goal line. Once he's there, he knows he's not going to be able to beat Heiskanen wide. Again, Heiskanen's a really good defender. So Stevenson hits the brakes. Again, Dallas is doing a really good job defensively. The only thing I might add is that if these wingers could maybe take a look and see where they're at, as you can see, they kind of sink down, not really shoulder checking. They got to know that guys are coming off the bench for Vegas. Regardless, you have a net front presence. Stevenson stops, but knowing he's not going to have a lot of time and space here, Heiskanen's looking to close in. Instead of using his feet to come up the wall, he just throws it not blindly, but really quick. He takes a quick peek and throws it to the defenseman. So that puck goes from below the goal line up to the blue line. And you can see here this weak side Dallas winger he's really low, which is probably where he wants to be, but it's caused all sorts of confusion by um, carrying the puck below the goal line and then snapping it up to the defenseman. They go D to D. You have a forward unaccounted for just because of the confusion that caused that Stevenson had. Puck gets to the net and a really good deflection, and the Golden Knights are up 1-0. So on that play, Stevenson doesn't record a point. He's had a great year. He went to the All-Star game, but you can kind of see why that poise and that presence of mind to carry that puck with speed below the goal line, immediately throw it up to the point, D to D, and then they get a good wide open look that ultimately results in a goal. So that was that clip. Now for the Bruins, it's a little bit different. This is now an end zone play. The play is not coming off the rush. But what you're going to see here is the same concept of moving that puck quickly, almost like without thought. They slide it to the defenseman. It's going to result in a goal. So Marchand here, the skill player he is, has a little patience and poise and creates a really good look there. Now, this is why this line has been so good. Bergeron goes and engages in this puck battle along the wall, and it's 1-on-2. Marchand comes in to help, and somehow Bergeron comes out with that puck. But again, Marchand doesn't have a ton of time and space. He knows he's in a tough spot. So instead of just holding onto the puck or trying to make a play himself, from below the goal line, he slides that puck up low to high to McAvoy. He walks a little bit. Marchand, after doing that, immediately goes to the net. Again, this is why Bergeron's great. He does so many little things for the Bruins that helps them succeed. That maybe go unnoticed by winning that battle and then immediately getting in front and taking the eyes away from Grubauer. As you can see, he has to look over Bergeron, which doesn't put him in a good spot for this point shot and allows that rebound. And Marchand cleans up the garbage and puts the Bruins up 3-2. So you can see here that by just kind of not thoughtlessly, but having this in your mind that puck can go low to high from below the goal line, it's going to create a lot of opportunities. I'm sure you're going to see a lot more of it as the NHL season progresses, especially going into the playoffs. And it's a really good thing for youth teams or junior teams, college teams, I think, to really work on adding defensemen in the O-zone to try and spread out the defensemen or the defensive zone structure of the opposition. So that's kind of two ways that I see that going low to high from below the goal line will create offense, and just something that I noticed. So I hope you enjoyed it and learned something today. Thank you.